Yes, good morning to all students. So, in our last class, we had studied about the carbon dioxide and its preparations in laboratory. There are lots of the comments about the televisions that it has been not means sounding properly. So, you can go through the YouTube because sometimes there may be a technical problem which we have to means have a habitual on it. Let us start with the today's topic. So, in our last class we have studied about the carbon dioxide preparations as well as laboratory preparations and the other way that we can prepare carbon dioxides in industry and other parts. So, let us take how we can recognize that the prepared carbon dioxide is prepared gas is the carbon dioxide. So, by seeing their property we can say that we will be confirmed that the prepared gas is carbon dioxide. Let us goes through the physical properties. So, if we see the physical properties, carbon dioxide is colorless. So, we cannot see them, okay? We cannot see it, and the other one odorless, means there is no scent. There is no scent about the carbon dioxide. So, we can like ammonia, there is some pungent smell, but here it is there is nothing or no, we cannot means feel a scent of the carbon dioxide. The another one that if we dissolve carbon dioxide in water, then what happen? If we dissolve carbon dioxide in water, then it forms carbonic acids. Okay, it's H2CO3. So, due to which what happen? Due to which it is slightly means we can call as it is slightly acidic in type, okay, acidic in nature when it dissolve in water. So, when it dissolve in water it is slightly acidic. Now, comes to the next one is what we have done in manufacturing of carbon dioxide, we put the gas jar like this, upward displacement, isn't it? Why? The questions may be asked that why carbon dioxide is being collected with upward displacement of gas jar, because carbon dioxide is heavier than air. Not only heavier, it is 1.5 times heavier than air. That means that when the gas is formed, it will go towards downwards. Therefore, we can means easily collect. Then the questions may be arise in oxygens, hydrogens we collected in downward displacement of water, isn't it? You have studied in class 9 that downward displacement of water we have collected the gas by using the water. Why not here? Because it is fairly soluble in water, means carbon dioxide is soluble in water, that is why fairly soluble, that is why we are not using water. So, another one is the property is carbon dioxide is fairly soluble in water. Then the next properties of the carbon dioxide is that these gases will be in liquid form if in normal temperature, liquid form in the normal temperature, that is 20 degrees Celsius, but generally it is not liquid, but if 20 degrees Celsius having 40 atmospheric pressure, that means what is the conditions? 20 degrees Celsius and what? And 40 atm atmospheric pressure, 40 atm, then the carbon dioxide gas will change into liquid. Okay, or we can say it is liquidified. So, at liquidified at ordinary temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, if it is comes under 40 atmospheric pressure. Then the next one, if the temperatures further falls means reduce. If the temperature is much reduced, then if it got with the temperature of 78 degrees Celsius, then it changes into solid form. So, what that gas in general temperature, and when it is goes to 20 degrees Celsius and 40 atm, then it changes into liquid form, and when it is the temperature is furthermore reduced, then it changes into solid form. And the solid forms of carbon dioxide is known as dry ice. Okay. So, in your questions it may be asked that what is dry ice. So, dry ice is the carbon dioxide gas or the solid form of carbon dioxide when it passes through minus 78 degree Celsius. So, it is the solid forms of carbon dioxide. Okay. So, these are the some of the physical properties. Let us one by one. It is colorless, odorless. Colorless means we cannot see, then odorless means we cannot taste, then we cannot scent by our nose, and it is slightly acidic means they are what? Sour in taste when dissolved in water. Then the next one is they are heavier. This is heavier gases. So, 1.5 times heavier than air. So, it is settled lower parts of the atmosphere. Then it is fairly soluble in water, and it can be changed into liquid and solid when the temperature is how much? 20 degree and 40 atmospheric pressure, it will change into liquid form, and when the temperature reduced to minus 78 degrees Celsius, it becomes solidified or solid form, and that is called as the dry ice. So, what is dry ice? Dry ice is the solid form of carbon dioxide when it is been taken to minus 78 degree Celsius. So, these are the physical properties of carbon dioxide. Now, let us go to the chemical properties. So, chemical property, the first one, when dissolved in water, carbonic acid is formed. Means when carbon dioxide dissolved in water, what happened? Chemical property. What happened? When carbon dioxide dissolved in water, it will change into carbonic acid. Okay. It will change into carbonic acid. That is why when it is dissolved in water, it is acidic in nature due to the presence of what? Carbonic acid. Here physical property also we have written this one, slightly acidic in taste when dissolved in water because of the presence of carbonic acid. Then the next one we will test in laboratory this one. So, after the manufacturing of carbon dioxides, it is carbon dioxide or we test with the use of magnesium ribbon. Okay. Magnesium ribbon. When magnesium ribbon or a burning, we remember burning, we have not written, it is neither combustible or nor help in it is neither combustible or nor help in combustions, means it is not burning itself and also does not help in burning others. So, that is the main property of the carbon dioxides. So, a burning magnesium ribbon when put in carbon dioxides, we said that when we drop anything in the carbon dioxide, it will not burn, but a burning magnesium ribbon when it is been carried to the gas jar containing carbon dioxide, suppose this is form of carbon dioxides, we collect and we means keep a burning magnesium ribbon, then what happen? It will burn. It will burn. Why it will burn? Because it form magnesium oxide and carbon. Okay, but it will burn continuously till the ribbon completely burn. Okay, it will not extinguish, it will burn. Then it forms a black spots. Okay, it forms a black spots and white solid powder. So, what are the white solid powder and black spot? Black is the carbon. Around the gas jar there will be a black in color, that is because of the presence of carbon, and magnesium oxide it produce a white solid powder. Okay, because of the presence of means that is formations of magnesium oxide, it is white in color, means the white powder will be present in a gas jar where the magnesium ribbon is been burned because what? Because of the formations of magnesium oxide, and the black color will be on the surface of the gas jar. Why? Because of the presence of carbon. Okay. So, what happened when the burning ribbon magnesium ribbon introduced in a gas jar of carbon dioxide? It continue to burn, forming white solid powder and black speck. So, white solid powder because of the formations of, yes, good, that is the magnesium oxide, and why black? Because of the presence of carbon. Okay. Now comes to the next chemical reactions. It neutralize alkali like sodium hydroxides and potassium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide is neutralized by what? Carbon dioxide. Okay. Sodium hydroxides and potassium hydroxides is neutralized to form salt. To form salt, what will be the formations here? Na2CO3. Yes, sodium carbonate and what? Sodium carbonate and water. So, what is this? This is a salt is what? Salt is carbonate, that is sodium carbonate. So, what we come to know that when carbon dioxide means react with sodium hydroxides and potassium hydroxide, what it does? It will produce a salt, metallic salt, that is sodium salt and the potassium salt, and that salt will be the carbonate. Okay. That salt will be the carbonate, that is the potassium carbonate, and water. This is what? Water. So, another reactions we come to know that it neutralize the alkalis. Okay. It neutralize the alkali like sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide to form salt and water. Good. Now, let us move to the next chemical reactions. So, another one, when carbon dioxide is passes through a clear lime water, it is mostly asked in means SLC and means SEE, exam and the internal exam also. What happen when carbon dioxide is passes through a lime water, through a lime water. It is also texting in the manufacture of carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide is passes through the what? Calcium hydroxide, that is the lime water, then what will produce? Calcium carbonate, CaCO3, sorry, calcium carbonate plus water. Okay. So, what happen? What will change that will occur in that reactions? What is the change that occur in the reaction? Calcium carbonate means what? That is the limestones, also we say that limestone, and the color of limestone is what? That is white in color. That means, so it is insoluble salt. Okay, insoluble salt, therefore milky color will be appear. Milky color will be appear when we pass carbon dioxides with what? That is the calcium hydroxides or the lime water, isn't it? Now comes to the next part, that what happen when carbon dioxide is passes for the long time. It is generally for some time, but if it is been passes for the long time, then what happen? Suppose this will form, again it will, the carbon dioxide is passes to it. So, it means that if it is passed for a long time, then what happen? Can you say what will be happen? It will produce calcium bicarbonate. Okay, calcium bicarbonate, HCO3 alto. So, it is what? It is soluble in water. Therefore, it will make colorless. So, now we come to know that why when the carbon dioxide passes through a lime water, it turns into milky color. Why? Because it forms insoluble salt, that is calcium carbonate. Insoluble salt what? Calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, due to the formations of calcium carbonate, the insoluble salt, then what happen? It will, the color will turn into milky. But when the carbon dioxide is passes for a long period of time, then what happen? It will again react to form what? That is the calcium bicarbonate is formed. Okay, calcium bicarbonate to form colorless. So, this is the reactions that take place. Carbon dioxide passes through the clear lime water, it turns milky form, okay, which is insoluble salt. If more carbon dioxide is passes, it become what? Colorless, forming what? Calcium bicarbonate, forming calcium bicarbonate. Why milky? Forming calcium carbonate. Forming calcium carbonate turns into milky, and forming calcium bicarbonate turns into colorless. I think you come to know this property. Now, the next property, if we see, then the carbon dioxides produce or when react with water, photosynthetic activities, we can see that CO2 plus H2O. in the presence of chlorophyll and light, then what it produce? It produce glucose and what? Glucose, and during the photosynthetic activity what gas is produced? That is oxygen. Okay. So, when carbon dioxides react with water in chlorophyll or in leaf of plants, in the presence of light, it changes into what? Glucose, stars or glucose and water. Okay. So, these are the some of the general chemical reactions of the carbon dioxide gases. Now comes to the next one is the use of carbon dioxides. What are the uses of carbon dioxides? So, it is used in making such soda water and Coca-Cola. When we freeze Coca-Cola or means soda water, what happen? When we open, it comes out, the gas is come out, that gas is carbon dioxide. So, it is also dangerous to take a large amount of soft drink, because we are consuming, one is the sugar in large amount and the another one is the carbon dioxides. So, carbon dioxide we have to throw out, we are inhaling the carbon dioxide. So, we should not take large amount of what? Soft drinks. Then the next one, it is used for extinguish fire. So, carbon dioxide is heavier. Okay. Carbon dioxide is heavier gases, therefore, it will settle as a blanket. It is used in fire extinguisher. That means that when that is sodium bicarbonate. We can take one of the examples, sodium bicarbonate with conch H2SO4. Okay. So, in what in that fire extinguisher which is been kept in the some of the schools and the hospitals and so on, which is commercially made, in that container what is present? There is sodium bicarbonates and concentrate hydrogen sulfates. It is made just a tube like, okay, and one tube, small tube is here. So, it is concentrate, we can put here concentrate hydrogen sulfate, and here is what? That is sodium bicarbonate. When we extinguish this one, when we pull that one, it will, the concentrate sulfuric acids will react with sodium bicarbonate. Okay. When we put the extinguisher like this, or when we kick that one, then the concentrates sulfuric acid, which is just like a test tube is here, container, that will break out and that will go react with sodium bicarbonate, and by reacting with sodium bicarbonate it forms what? That is sodium sulfate plus H2O plus carbon dioxides. Okay. So, this is used in what? Container. So, when we put a layer, suppose the fire is going on here. So, when we put this one, the layer of carbon dioxide just like a bristle, it will layer here. Carbon dioxide is heavier, so it will not, it will lay here. So, the blanket will uncontact with oxygen, means it will not come in contact with the oxygen. So, the fire will extinguish, means it forms just like a blanket covering of the means fire, it covers the fire, so that it will not in touch with the oxygen, and carbon dioxide does not help in combustions where oxygen is necessary for burning. isn't it? So it forms a layer just like a blanket and does not allow the oxygen to come in contact with the fire, and it will extinguish. So we can say that. Now what is the chemical that are used in the fire extinguisher? That is sodium bicarbonate and concentrate hydrogen sulfuric acid. Now comes to the next one, manufacturing of urea. So it is used to manufacturing of urea and H2. It may be asked the molecular formula of urea in your exam, and it is prepared from ammonia gas, okay, by using carbon dioxide and ammonia gases. Now the next one is the carbogen. Carbogen, you may heard this word carbogen. What is carbogen? That is in which the pneumonia patient are finding difficult to breathe. Okay, breathing will be difficult for the pneumonia patient. So a container means oxygen is supplied to them by the process called carbogen. Carbogen means the combinations of carbon and oxygen. We remember that one, carbon dioxide and oxygen. From the word also we should think that one, carbogen. Carbo means carbon dioxide, gen means oxygen. Okay, we have to break down, but it not may be the real meaning, but for understanding we can use this word. Carbo means carbon dioxide and oxygen means oxygen. So these are combined. 10% of oxygen and 15% of carbon dioxide are combined in a container, and that is called as the carbogen, and it is used for the pneumonia patient for artificial respirations. Okay, for what? For artificial respirations. Understand? Artificial respirations. Now next one is it is also used for the refrigerant, means that is preservations of food stuffs and the fruits. Okay, and the other one that we have already said that it is used in green plant for photosynthetic activity. There are other use are also there in carbon dioxide, but the measure which are related to us is this much only. So we have completed the chapter of carbon dioxide. So another day we will go to the ammonia gases, how it is been prepared and what are the properties, what are the use of ammonia. And thank you for all for watching this televisions as well as video, and hope for your good suggestions, and thank you to all of you.